What's up, guys? A lot of you have been asking what we've been up to here the last little bit. Kind of just wanted to give you a rundown of what we're in the middle of and what we're doing. And kind of want to preface this whole thing with saying we've had a whole pile of favor. God's been good to us. Yeah, we've been pulling off some pretty cool stuff here that by no means wouldn't happen without some serious favor. I kind of want to show you what we're up to. So, any ladies watching, this one's probably going to be pretty boring for you. This was probably for the guys more so. Going to kind of go over some of the mechanical stuff we've been working on here to make all this happen. But what we're doing, we're in the middle of a move. So we've been dreaming about it for a few years, making our way out to the mountains, and kind of had a holdover here in Elk Point. Beautiful place, awesome neighborhood, great conservative values in this area, just outstanding people. There are some losers mixed in there, like anywhere else, I guess, but we've been pretty fortunate with this area, this little stepping stone, I guess you could say. Absolutely beautiful. And just want to say, like, we're by no means super wealthy people. We make a comfortable living, but we've learned through life, you pivot, everything has a season. Tangible things come and go, and you kind of adapt as your ambitions and your goals change. But here's kind of what we're up to right now. So we've already got 2 trips done. So we've hauled the 2017 F-250 with a horse trailer loaded with personal belongings out west, further west. And I don't think I'm going to give you guys our exact location yet. We'll save that for another video. But we've done 2 trips with this truck and this trailer. And little backstory here, we've owned this truck for probably 3-4 years now. We bought it used, got a steal of a deal on it, and it hasn't needed much. Most of everything that needed to be done on it was stuff that, and I'm not a mechanic, but a little bit of YouTube college and a little bit of ambition and the little bit of work we've had to do to it, we've been able to handle ourselves. We got back from our last trip and redid all the fluids again. We put new front brakes on, new tires. Bridgestone tires are phenomenal. Nice quiet highway tire. We did have a slight shimmy while we were driving back the last time that started. Did a bunch of research and found out it was probably the rear yoke on the drive shaft. So we pulled the drive shaft out and replaced that U-joint. That was a task and a half. Up to this point, I've only done U-joints on Jeeps, so doing something on a truck that size was definitely a little more challenging, but we got through it, got her done, and put back together and fixed that shimmy. So that thing's back up tip-top shape again. This trailer's been a blessing and a half. We found this trailer, and it was in pretty rough shape when we bought it. A guy was using it. He just had it in his yard for wood storage, and was cleaning up his yard, not too far from us, about an hour away from us, and put it up on Facebook Marketplace. Like this whole lower section was all rotted out. Everything down around the wheel wells and everything was pretty rotted. So we picked up a welder and learned how to weld and put this thing back together. Lots of new metal went into it. You can see now we've got some road rash starting from the last few drives. This was all perfectly clean before the last couple trips, and this trailer will go through another finishing reno once we get landed out west. But yeah, we went over this entire trailer. Jamie was a big fan of this style hitch. We put a new hitch on it did all the brakes on it. We put new rubber, new tires all the way around on this thing. We did the bearings, pulled those out, repacked the bearings, new bearings, and repacked those bearings. Yeah, this thing's been running phenomenal. We pulled like this little addition. So one of our neighbors gave us a similar trailer to this one in much worse condition, but this hay rack was in great shape. So we took that off the other trailer and welded it onto this one. Built a whole new door, all this metal, everything you're seeing back here, we put together ourselves. Jamie was a big part of that, actually, welding that together. So that was pretty cool. We were both learning to weld. But after we got back off of our last trip, we found these grease zerks, or the old grease zerks. They were all kind of falling out all the way around. So that was a little project we figured out here last night, actually. Went and picked up some tools and cut out the holes and retapped them, put new grease zerks in. First time doing that, learned how to do that. And yeah, so this thing's about to get loaded again with the last of the contents of the house. So that's today's project after this video, once I get back to work here. But yeah, we did all new lights all the way around. Yeah, this was a labor of love for sure, but turned out beautifully. The haul we're doing, the place we're moving to, is about 1,400 kilometers away. And this trailer's now done 2 trips. So we're learning a lot about this trailer and how it works with the truck. The thing pulls straight. Like it's an excellent trailer. And again, guys, we picked this up for $900. We put a couple $1,000s worth of metal into it. Like, try and find this on Marketplace today. Like, it's not a cheap trailer to try and replace, but a little bit of sweat equity and put ourselves in a good position for a quote-unquote enclosed trailer that can also haul the horses. And I want to show you this girl too. So this is, so last winter we picked up a Jeep Cherokee, and just a project to do over the winter time. I traded a rifle for a Jeep Cherokee that needed a bunch of work, and then put a bunch of work in, lifted it, put some bigger tires on it, sold it once we figured out what we were doing here with the move. And took the proceeds from that sell and stumbled into this steal of a deal. So this is a 97 1-ton. It's got a gas engine. It's got the 351 Windsor under the hood. And this is kind of Jamie's baby. So it's not perfect, but it works. 5-speed in there. We put the tack in. I always like to tack with a stick shift. And Jamie's been kind of plucking away at covering the seat, and we had some sun fading up on the dash, so she put a carpet in there. We did all the fluids on this thing. New tires all the way around on this. Checked the brakes. The brakes were in excellent condition. The guy we bought it from had just put a new clutch in it, so the thing shifts perfectly. Just check out this body, guys. Like, we put a coat of paint on it, but it was just in stellar shape. Absolutely beautiful machine. We did have to replace these mounts. So the spring mounts we put in trying to find parts for this, that was a bit of a struggle, but we ended up doing it. So new mounts back there as well. But this thing's awesome. 1 ton. This will be its first, like, its maiden voyage. We've done a little bit of pulling with it, but nothing to this extent. So we're excited to see how that goes. You can kind of see this this mess of a load we have right now, but that's it, moving an acreage, I guess. Like, a little bit of everything. We got the auger in there for the tractor and generator and Jamie's dog sled, and then the panels. So I'm figuring there's probably 5,000 or 6,000 pounds here right now with everything that's going to go on this load. So that's a good first haul for this thing. So I'm figuring we have about 2 trips for each truck left. So we got the remaining contents in the house. That'll go in that trailer. And then this is the majority of what we have left around for this truck. And then when we get back, so we're doing a trip this weekend, and then our closing date is next Friday. So next Friday we'll load up beforehand, load up on Thursday, and then hit the road super early Friday morning. And we're going to have the horses, so the 2 horses will ride in that trailer. And then the tractor will ride on this with all of its implements. I got a box blade and a brush cutter, and the forks are here somewhere with the bucket. So that'll be this one's next trip. And then we'll have everything moved out west. We'll have everything out west. So we're real excited. Just kind of wanted to give you guys a little update. A couple questions, actually. Let me answer those couple questions we've had so far. So the first question we had, and it seems to be a common one, are you guys going to continue farming? And short answer is yes. The property we're moving to is a little bit smaller. We're on 30 acres here. We're moving to 5 acres So our plan is to continue with our chickens. We love doing meat birds. We've been have had a lot of success, learned a lot with our birds. So we'll be doing poultry and turkeys again. We'll see about other critters. We've talked about sheep again, and but it's a smaller acreage, so we'll see what we want to get into once we get there and get settled. We're going to take the winter and get this new property all figured out and comfortable for us first, and then figure out farming afterwards, but definitely doing chickens. The other question is the horses coming? I think I answered that one. Yeah, the horses are coming with us. All the dogs and the cat, so it'll be, yeah, it'll be a little bit, it'll be a fun ride for sure. 14 hours away with all the critters in vehicles, so. But we're comfortable when we get there. The property we're moving to already has a couple established pastures, so everybody will have space to spread their legs once we get out there. And we're really close to a lot of crown land, so lots of adventuring to do. But yeah, if you guys have any more questions or want to know what's going on, yeah, feel free to reach out, send us a message. And yeah, we'll catch up a little later.